Hey guys, welcome to day 25 of Lessons from My Mom's Camera. If you're new here, welcome. A little bit of background. This is me revisiting my mom's videos when she was still alive and she would do these challenges and pursue them in a specific period of time. This cycle is a 77-day challenge where she wakes up early, takes a walk before, yes, what do you need? Takes a walk before checking her phone, breakfast, or even coffee. That's a hard one for her. She passed away in 2024, and this is me creating new memories with her, maybe as a form of healing. And this space here is me sharing that experience with you. It's day 25. Let's see what her quote for the day is.
I don't know what's wrong with technology this morning. I've said good morning 3 times and it keeps on stopping. So I hope that you only get one good morning. I said it 3 times over here, which is quite interesting because this is day 25 and my food for thought is actually live in day-tight compartments. This comes from Dale Carnegie in a not as famous book. His most famous book was How to Win Friends and Influence People. Well, he had another book he wrote a few years after that called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Interesting title. And this is one of my favorite lines from that book. He said, live in day-tight compartments. Because you have airtight compartments. Well, he talks about day-tight compartments. And what he means is live in the day. Live in the moment or the here and now. You might think about things that you've done wrong in the past, lessons learned, and plan for the future. That's fine, he says, but don't dwell on them. Don't worry about them. Don't allow them to eat into your day. That's why he's talking about live in day-tight compartments. And I was chuckling because today and yesterday I was having issues with Facebook Live. And I was beginning to wonder, is Facebook Live going to go dead on me? And, well, anyway, I wanted to share that thought because I need to remind myself, there are times I start worrying about, oh, what if this, what if that, and for those of you who know what's happening in the country now, meaning in the U.S., and then of course my original home country, or my home country, I don't know how to explain that, but my birth country is the Philippines, and of course there's also issues over there. And there's times when it is so tempting to dwell on the what ifs and oh my gosh, all the mistakes of the past, your individual mistakes and collective mistakes, and you think I can't do anything now or in the future because of those mistakes of the past. But that's not true. Every day, every new day is a reset. Every new day is another day. So live in day-tight compartments. Think of the day as different from yesterday and different from tomorrow, separate from tomorrow. Consider this as a day-tight compartment. Make the most of the day. Make the most of your 24 hours or whatever number of hours you have awake during the day, and live it like it is your most special day, because it is. And on that very cheery note, I'm going to say goodbye. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and head out for my walk. Enjoy the day, everyone. Remember, live in day-tight compartments. Enjoy today. Relish it, just like I will, and I will.
Mom, that was abrupt. Okay. Ooh. Saying that lands differently now. That was abrupt. At least she said goodbye. But that was abrupt. Ooh, now that she's not here, just saying that feels different for me. But anyway, such a timely reminder. I was just talking to her last night, praying, and I could imagine her wearing that smirk on her face, that usual smirk on her face when I am wallowing, when I'm in my feels, and not just in this moment, but in my feels for like quite a number of days. And mom, thank you for being so patient, because I mean, she was patient. She could have pulled a mom card and said, Christina, snap out of it. This is not worth your time. Blah, blah, blah. But no, she would just sit there and patiently listen to me and just kind of, you could see it in her eyes. Now, looking back, I remember, but at that moment, I wouldn't even have noticed. But now looking back, I appreciate that, like, okay, like, you can do it. You can connect the dots. You can get there. You could, you just need to open the door and then put one foot in front of the other. Yes, yes. So it was like that, because rather than give me advice, she was just patiently holding space for me to you know, lead myself and unpack certain things that I would be experiencing. Now, let's go to the 2 minute impromptu practice, so that, yes, okay, because it's already in 8 minutes. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, but and then it's just interesting because ever since she started doing the quote for the day, I'm very curious to watch the videos and wonder, okay, what's her message for me today? So if you're watching this and it it might be useful as well, I don't know. It's just a little bit of a gamified, or no, I'm just curious now because she recorded this in 2018. It's 2026, and the messages that she said pretty much aligns to what I need to hear. So synchronicity and magic right there. Okay, 2 minutes starts now. I never thought I would say this, and this doesn't absolutely give permission to anyone who sometimes is curt or impatient, but I kind of understand now when somebody says, oh, just put a lid on it, but not in the way that you would think. When I say put a lid on it, I think about leaving the worries outside of your space. Put a lid on it so that these things do not enter your space and your peace. It reminds me of a quote by Maya, not actually a quote, when Maya Angelou was asked, what would be an advice that you would give your son? And the one thing that she said, and I'm paraphrasing, is protect your space at all cost. And that stuck with me. At that time when she said that, I took it pretty literal. Space, protect your space. And the way it's phrased almost sounds very on the offense, on the defense, protective. And now I understand what she means, especially the line at all cost. Your peace, your time, your life force, your energy. Protect it from worry, from fear, from the stories of other people just projecting on you. And when Dale Carnegie says, live in date-tight containers, it reminds me of the same thread, which is be the steward of that precious gift that you've been given, time. And when you put a lid on it, leave everything that doesn't serve you behind or outside of it. And just like that precious rose in Little Prince, if you guys can imagine my reference, just handle it with care and don't ever let anything else enter, because this is yours. And it's the life that It's always the closing. Oops, sorry. If you were just in the moment and I just, oh, sorry about that. Maybe I'll cut that out because I just got frustrated. A container. And just like okay, let's just consider this practice because obviously I've already gone past the 2 minutes, but I guess I'll just start circling back to the put a lid on it and then, yeah. Um, just like Little Prince, just like the rose in Little Prince, precious, fragile, powerful. Because this is your strength and your power to get to choose what you allow in your space. And now I'll smile every time somebody says, or if every time I hear somebody say, put a lid on it, it's not going to be rude or curt, because now I'll imagine that as a reminder of leaving anything that doesn't serve you outside and living in daytight compartments. All right. That's me. That's us. That's my mom and I for today. I hope you guys have a great day today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 26.